Boobs.
You're killing me, Smalls.
$5.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
The time sink is real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing nothing but standing on the line. You know, I should be doing something.
I stand around for hours at a
Oh
time.
God, I can't tell you how many hours a day I'm just standing on the line. I'm doing nothing but standing on the line.
Yeah.
You're all using some kind of jargon that me no understand. Have to gently blow a ball into.
Into a warm, fuzzy hole.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I blame Laz.
It's all Laz's fault. That's right. And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news 5 days a week, right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. How's everybody doing today? It is Monday, April 24th, 2017, here inside the Shroud of the Avatar. Of course, we're coming off a weekend. QA was out right before the weekend started. And of course, we're coming up on release 41 this Thursday. So we got a lot of interesting stuff that's going to be coming out then. A lot of new polish and passes for the new user experience. A lot of good stuff going on behind the scenes. We got Zemi over here very happily testing out his brand new wings right here on set live for you folks and for your enjoyment.
Notice it's called the new user experience, not the new player experience, because it's more like a drug, really. It's the new user. You know,
new
like, hit
user.
me up.
There you go. It's,
Yeah.
get you all sucked in. It's,
I wish they flapped.
Hey, I tell you, you know, we got guys standing on the corner over there pushing them recall and teleport scrolls. I tell you,
Hey,
they're just...
you know what? I mean, it's you know you love it when I call you over the weekend and
I
like,
tell you,
dude,
greatest phone
it's-
call ever.
I put
Greatest
teleports and
phone
recalls
call
on
ever.
Shroud Marketplace as, you know what, you can put anything up for sale on Shroud Marketplace as long as it's game related. And I put teleports and recall scrolls because, you know what, that's my in-game business. And you know what, if it nets me a couple bucks, it nets me a couple bucks. And so it's like over the weekend I drove to Mexico.
Well, where
and
were
back.
you? You were on the road when this happened.
I was
weren't you?
on the road, and it's like I get this beep on my phone because I was actually driving with my earbuds in, so it's like heard it. Look at my phone. It's like PayPal payment. It's like, what the hell is this? And so I unlocked my phone while driving. I pulled over to a gas station.
Yeah, I pulled over.
Then
Right.
check
We're
my phone.
interpreting
It's
this
like,
story here.
holy fuck! It's like I sold teleports and recall scrolls, and so I really did have to pull over to a gas station and email the person, say, hey, I'm driving right now, and I won't be available for in game for a couple of hours, and otherwise I can set up a chest on my lot or meet you later in order to deliver it. So it's like, you know what, I was a happy man doing the happy dance because I sold teleports and recall scrolls on Shroud Marketplace.
I tell you, gotta love it. ShroudMarketplace.com. Great site out there for those of you folks who want to set up your own shop to sell your in-game items. And there you go. One of the funniest stories, if not the greatest story for the weekend for me, Because Jack, Jack called me up and says, "You're just gonna laugh your ass off when you hear this," and I was like, "Okay, what do you got?" I've heard that line 100 times. And he says, "I sold some teleports and recalls," and yeah, of course, that was a great laugh. So,
Yeah.
yes. Keep in mind that the player economy does not just revolve inside the game, folks. There is a flourishing economy outside the game where resources, gold and silver, or as well as in-game gold, are actually hot commodities in the game outside of the game and sell for real cash. For those people out there who are really into the mining, and those people who need it, woohoo, is and again, time equals money. One of those things that people just still don't get sometimes. Some people have more money than time, and they don't want to spend all that time out there, doing the work that it takes to get all those recall scrolls, or to make all that gold to buy those recall scrolls. So gotta love it.
Wait a second. This
What?
thing's only $5 on Shroud Marketplace. You were that excited over $5?
I sold 100 teleports and 100 recall scrolls. I mean, and it's like, if you do the math, it's actually about the same price as like buying gold. So it's awesome. I mean, you know what? You just have to be excited about like anytime you get sales.
Anytime you can take a virtual item in a game and sell it for real life cash with just a little time investment, is, as far as I'm concerned, it's free cash. You had some fun playing the game while you were doing it, so I can't knock that.
Okay.
Yeah, Jack had a lot of fun there.
I mean, you're turning pixels into hard-earned cash. I love that.
Lots of fun.
Can't argue that one. $5 is $5. That buys Jack breakfast, for crying out loud.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, my old house was like half a mile from this awesome kolache place.
Yeah, it used to be kolaches. Two for $3, something like
Yeah,
that.
it was 2 for like $3, or 3 for $4.20. So you can do the math. Divide that by 3.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
You gotta remember,
Cideria
Burger
says you
King.
can find breakfast tacos for $5
somebody
at the
just-
corner gas
ooh.
stations here.
Hey.
And Burger King has their sandwiches 2 for $4.
Yeah, I can't even pronounce that. Zinco.
Let the puppies out.
Thank you.
Talking about puppies.
New follower, letting the dogs out. I think we have some mystical things going on here with those wings. Those wings are working just a little too good for Zemi there.
Really?
Well, I know that like on Facebook that there a lot of people were very happy that the flower leap now works.
Ah, okay.
So yeah.
The leap and deploy.
Yeah, and
Yeah, you had a buff
normally
on me.
when people are like
Ready?
jumping across the screen like that, they're normally naked, not wearing clothes. So I don't know what kind of streaking you've been doing, Zemi.
Oh, I don't know. As I've been seeing and observing people doing nothing but jumping from the top of the pavilion today to up on the statue. I mean, people just love jumping through the obstacle course that we call a studio here.
Well, our design was very well thought out. We planned the location of everything, especially all this paper in front of me. It just was just thrown down.
I don't need this. I don't need that.
Yeah.
Easter basket. When am I going to do that? Put it on the lawn.
Yeah, it's like
Maybe the Death Bunny will come along and pick it up. Size 9. I'm a little slow today.
I do have a Garden Toad.
Oh, so yeah.
That's mine. That's mine right there.
Anyway, moving right along.
Moving right along, we've
Been an interesting weekend, and of course,
I've got stories over for the weekend, but
yes,
I don't know
know.
when we want to get to that, but yeah.
If we need to get to the Ren Fair stories, we will. But
List showed up at the Ren Fair.
Oh,
after I left.
Well,
Yes.
maybe
So-
we should lead with the Ren Fair
Okay,
stories.
so-
you didn't tell us that part.
So this was closing weekend for the Sherwood Forest Fair right outside of Austin, Texas. I was there. I ran into Brecken and Chaox. They were there.
The whole drops. Very nice.
As well as their boy, who did not have the foam sword to beat everyone, because he's kind of vicious with that thing too. And right after I left, List sent me a text message saying, "Who all's there?" And so I told him to actually
Nobody.
go to one of the bars and yell out one of the players' names. This is Eileen Kamstrun in game, who was also at the fair, but he chickened out instead of like just randomly going to a bar and screaming someone's name to get someone's attention. I don't know why he would not do that, but it is the fair. I mean, but if you did not go to the fair over the weekend, you missed Glitter Tits.
Glitter Tits, yes.
Yes.
Was it yours?
That's a name.
Well, okay. So, Marguerite, you
know it's got to be one of the girls who asked that question.
Yeah.
I mean.
So
GT.
I don't know if you want to tell everybody how painful this is going to be, but so this was a few girls that decided to. This was on Saturday. While I was driving, I only got to see them after the fact, after the fair closed, because I did camp out there. But this was a few girls that decided to kind of skirt the dress code, at the fair by decorating their breasts with lots of glitter, some paint, and they super glued shells and other things over areolas and nipples.
Pictures?
Wow. Super glued.
Yes.
Ouch.
Super.
I don't know why you would say ouch. Yes.
Because
Saliva works.
sometimes.
Yes, saliva works wonders.
And
It's going to be interesting going to work on Monday with those shells under the bra, that's for sure.
Exactly. I mean, I'm kind of curious how they actually removed it, or whether or not they were just randomly lying about the super glue. But one of the girls was still wearing these shells Saturday morning, so they held up. So whatever adhesive they used, it was still there. Or Sunday morning.
Ouch. It's just
Some life choices, man. Some life choices.
Yeah.
It's not the super glue you got to worry about. It's the hot glue.
Oh, wait.
What about
Did
the
they
candle
look
wax?
good?
Oh, absolutely, they look good. I wanted to.
Well, that's all that matters, right?
That is all that matters.
he wanted to peek
No
under the
pictures?
shells.
No
That's all
pictures?
he's
I
wanted.
wanted to assist in removing the shells with my.
Well, you see, that's exactly the problem. If they're super glued on, you're not getting it.
That's right.
I know.
That's the modern variant of a chastity belt. Super glue that crap on.
Exactly. And
Wow.
I don't know why Justin's saying "ow."
Stories from the Ren Fair. I tell
Yeah.
you.
So, guys, I don't know. Everybody needs to spend more quality time at Ren Fairs. Make sure to dress up and have a blast.
Did you finally go back and meet List since you didn't go? And
Well,
let's move this on here.
I did not go back and meet List. So I missed seeing List and his kid. But he did say that he had a great time at the fair. He did catch the jousting, and this was the unscripted jousting during closing weekend. So, like, there are times where they script the jousting.
The drunken jousting where they, disregard all the rules because what are they going to do? Send you home?
Well, yeah, and don't forget, like at Sherwood Forest Fair, they have that guy that did the competitive jousting on the History Channel. He also jousts out there. So.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the show, but he's one of the guys, and be a bit of an ass, but yeah, what happens? That's what happened. He'll grow out of it. But we do have to move along, and we do have to get to game-related news, or I'll talk about glitter tits all day.
Well, we could,
and glitter tits is the way that she introduced herself. It's like, I'm glitter tits.
Was that like the pornicorn?
It kind of like the pornicorn. The pornicorn is also her own name as well.
Okay, same girl?
No, different girl.
Different girls. Okay.
Yeah.
Pornicorn
and glitter tits are two different girls. Yes.
And not to be confused with jailbait, also different girl.
Yeah, jailbait is a different girl as well.
Okay. And what was the other one? There
Felony.
Was one more that went on.
The other one was felony. Yes.
Felony and jailbait. There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the guy that takes one of those big kind of curly seashells, one of the big ones, and then decides to stick it over his junk and super glue it.
Well,
a
story from Friday night in the camping. They did have a lingerie show. You would have loved this, where the guy that actually won the archery tournament, as well as he makes the mead, he showed up at the lingerie thing wearing a little bit of chainmail up top. I believe it was a chainmail bikini and a cod piece, and that's it.
Very,
was
very
he buff?
Stylish.
Or was he like one of those big gut kind of guys?
Well, you can go look up Thorin and see whether or not he's your type or not, but there are several people that were dressed very similarly at but that happened Friday night. I was not there. I only heard stories about it.
Yay for equality! Everybody can be somewhat sketchy. Yay!
Alrighty. Moving right
sketchy
along.
when lots of alcohol were involved, as well as me.
That's right.
Yeah, but moving right along, we do have the weekend update because we have 224 weeks of updates that happened on Friday.
And we got Led Zepp's new favorite character, the Grannis.
Yeah. So we do have the
Uranus. Come on.
Uranus. So we do have, as they move towards the final sequence or sections of the story, they're working on the characters that are going to be showing up, kind of like the Titan Uranus. Or Grannis for the normal people.
When Titan does it?
I gotta say that the pictures that we're about to show of the Oracle, may confuse a whole lot of people.
I don't know why they would, just because the Oracle is part of the finale. Spoiler alert?
Spoiler alert, yes.
So we're all familiar with the Oracle face for the PvP flagging or for the introduction and creating your character, as well as the Oracle's little bots that are always monitoring everything we do in game. And we do have the actual Oracle as in-game, as well as some of the artwork. Wearing my Oracle shirt today. I'd like to know where all that tubing goes into the floor. It just kind of
We are the Borg. You will be
Well,
assimilated.
yeah.
Resistance is futile.
Yes.
Sperm bag.
You will be
Drainage ditch out back.
Resistance.
drainage
is
bitch out
futile.
back. Okay.
The Oracle
Walk into
knows what's
Uranus,
best for
it's
you.
just a big hole.
Trust the
I
Oracle.
believe
The Oracle.
Central has like the real Oracle, and then all the Oracles we see around are like
Connected
you
up to
know,
her.
Yeah,
Yes.
connected to the main one in Central.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And apparently she's like in that. But you
That's
can't go in-
that's the in-house Golden Experience Network, where you can go to your local ATM to take out Golden Experience on the Oracle Network.
Yeah, well, the Oracle is the queen of the Borg.
Yep, effectively, yeah.
So she is connected to everything. Then we also have Ugly Fist, aka Kevin Wells, post for the artwork for Granus.
That has an expression on his face that just ain't right in this picture. Is it just me?
You don't like the slightly open mouth and the white eyes?
Constipation.
Looks like somebody took him from surprise by behind. You know, like
surprise! Surprise!
Well, that picture of Granus just looks like he's just like a big ol' asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know if you've read the book. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Should I quote something from the book?
Reading what?
I know the words. Words on paper. Okay, I won't do the spoiler alert. Then we also have the artwork from the Spring Telethon. If you donated $5, you should be receiving these as soon as release 42 or release 41 comes out. And don't forget, you had to have spent $5 during the telethon.
$5.
I know, just $5. You get these things, including the leaf shield, the leaf spear, which I really like the leaf spear.
The spear?
Yeah.
That leaf shield does not look like a shield to me. It looks like a codpiece. Like
that really should be the leaf codpiece. Yes.
Yeah, it should be like 8 inches, 10 inches wide, and you just wear it over your junk.
Yeah.
Well, it took us a while to get kilts in game. I don't see why eventually we can't get a cod piece to put with our, plate armor to make sure that we have the proper protection down there.
Ding!
My favorite item's the next one, of course.
Oh, yeah.
The spear or the thorn bow?
The thorny bow.
Okay,
Fuck yeah.
I mean, that also looks really cool. The thorn sword.
The horny bow.
Yeah, the horny bow. The thorn sword.
You get a little prick.
I don't know. I'm not in love with it.
Well, for the
because if you're
nature lover, for the elf, character, classic stuff.
So the reason I'm not in love
all over my plate.
The reason I'm not in love with the thorn sword is because if you look at where you would be slashing someone, it has the thorns. It doesn't have any kind of edge other than on the other side of the sword.
Thorns should be going the other way, I think.
And the thorns, I think the thorns should be going the other way.
Well,
that's so whenever you pull out from, like, if you hack into somebody with it, it's going to rip more flesh away with the thorns being pointed the way that they are there. And it's really going to hurt.
Well, like if you pierce somebody with that, the thorns wouldn't do more damage pulling it out. They would come out a lot nicer.
Says, where the red thorns are the place that you use to slice with.
That's true.
So,
look at the handle.
Wrong direction.
Look at the handle.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
What's that got to do with the price of tomatoes?
Oh, hold it that way.
How the fuck are you gonna swing that sword?
Just like you would swing any other sword.
Very carefully.
How would you swing a scimitar? Yeah. Same way, right?
It's the wrong direction.
Yeah, no, you're okay.
I don't think Laz gets it.
Maybe
we need the demonstration.
Than it looks.
Yeah, maybe it's sharper than it looks.
Maybe it's sharp on both sides. That's right.
You have to practice swinging your sword in private until you get good enough with it, and then you can do it with other people.
Well, I try to keep a firm grip on my sword at all times.
I'm Wayne Klotz. I have the situation well in hand.
That's right.
The handle looks bacon wrapped.
Welcome to NBNN News.
It should be bacon wrapped so that way it's nice and tasty.
Let's see.
Making me
We're
hungry
missing the thorn wand still yet, right?
Yes, we don't have the thorn wand or
No
the
thorny
thorn stave.
wands.
Yes. So after that, we do have the Sea Wolf's making of Highvale's outskirts. With the monastery that is on the cliff, which I love that. I think Seawolf did an excellent job with that monastery. How do you feel about it?
Getting tired of seeing all these goddamn cliffs.
We can make you blind. I'm sure there's a spell we can put in.
Yeah. We've got something we can do.
What's
and then
that?
after that,
The monastery, is that the one with all the traps leading up to it that you defend? With all the pressure plates and stuff, that the flames come out?
I don't know. Oh, well, I haven't gone out there yet.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else, probably.
It's a possibility.
I
don't know.
there's pressure plates and serpent spine.
Moving right along.
We also have the encampments. We have the Elven camp, the Fisherman's hut, as well as the outside wilderness area for that. Then
It looks really killer. And I'm looking forward to checking that out when it's actually there.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fun one to visit, and I plan on taking a tour as soon as I can on the QA server. And then eventually I'm going
But
to reset.
unfortunately, it's not there yet.
Yes, eventually I am actually going to reset all of my quest line, just because I can.
We hope.
We hope.
Now, of
We
course,
hope that's
we also
working.
have the making of Blood River.
And who is it that was working on Blood River? Let's see.
Who is working on Blood River, you say?
Do we have a list of that somewhere?
No.
No, that was Sorcerer Steve.
That was
Sorcerer Steve.
Nice try, though. There.
No,
man.
the list was which outskirt was never
He
mind.
was working
Never
on
mind.
the Solus Bridge outskirts.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting them confused
You
now.
got your
Shame on me.
outskirts all wrong, buddy.
I did.
What happens in Blood River stays in Blood River.
That's right.
So they say about Vegas. My old lady came back with me, man. Got married, man. She didn't stay in
Loser
Vegas.
Vegas.
No, she didn't stay in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Moving right along.
Are we going to say anything about the making of Blood River?
I'm
Or just-
scrolling through
I just
Blood
scrolled
River,
through the
hoping
pictures.
you're going to catch up here in a minute.
Okay, so we also go on to what List was actually working on for this update, which was the making of the fall. I did spend some quality time in the bar in the fall, and I was looking for an appropriate screenshot because
Indeed.
somewhere in there is someone that likes to
Not
blow.
allowed to talk about that yet.
Oh, damn. Kill me, Smalls. Kill me. Oh, man.
Tell them about the cool bartender.
The most awesome bartender ever.
Yes.
Yes.
I have to wait to Thursday to find out all about that unless
and
they have QA access.
Exactly. Or the little inclusion that I was talking about and trying to get a screenshot of for like 30 minutes.
Yes, that's another cool little tidbit down there. But yes, again, for those of you with QA access, the servers are up for testing, and there's all sorts of great little stuff out there. Again, this is going to be mostly a cleanup and polish pass, but they've always managed to get some goodies in there, and this release is no
Especially
exception. So.
with the focus on the new user experience, and they're trying to
Absolutely.
improve that. So it's not going to be a lot of content for veteran players. It's mostly going to be for new players as far as the content goes, which
And
I'm happy
hopefully
with.
making
Yeah.
the veterans happy by
Yes.
cleaning up a lot of the complaints. So, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget, this is Autism Awareness Month, so everything on the Autism Make a Difference store is 20% off until May 1st. And don't forget, 50% of those net proceeds are going to be equally divided between the National Autism Association and the National Autistic Society out in the UK. Yes?
There's a giant tree in that too.
And
in
those
that,
are
in that
made
package.
biannually.
And I would love to have a place to put that giant tree. It's like I can't put it down anywhere if I bought it.
You need, what is it, a keep lot?
City lot or something or above?
Probably city lot and above.
I thought it was a keep lot and above.
Might be a keep. It's huge.
Oh,
or the
keep size
equivalent
or
in a
larger
player-owned town.
or a player-owned town. That is absolutely mammoth.
It is. And it's
I
not
could ask
even
them.
real yew tree, man.
My POT.
Bummer, you're breaking my immersion.
Yeah.
They would stick it down for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, do they have one of those trees in the city of U?
Maybe. You'd have to go
In
check it
the
out.
original city of you.
Well, if there's a town called U and it's not player run,
I don't know.
They may not have one of the Make a Difference trees. They probably do have a massive tree, though. It's
Yes.
been a long time since I set foot in the town of U, so I can't tell you.
Who lives
over the
there? You.
You do.
Don't know.
Do you? You
Elves,
live in U?
go visit your kin.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, the weekend
Yeah,
update flash sale was for decorations, and don't forget that generally ends a little bit after the show. So if you're looking for discounts on
Last
decorations, you can
Hopefully
chance.
the
get
Deco
it.
Divas had a good time this weekend with that flash sale.
Yeah.
I picked up all of the ornate stuff, the pack and the 2 additional items. Picked it all up.
Very
That ornate
nice.
oak. It's very pretty.
And then don't forget Tech Talk Tuesday happened, as well as if you're looking to assist in the localization efforts, they are looking for your assistance with localizing the game in Russian, French, Spanish, Italian, German, and Portuguese.
And Klingon.
And
March.
Klingon and Orc.
And pirate.
And Pirate. Oh, that would be
Swedish.
Yes.
Yeah, gotta have a board.
And if they want to make everybody very confused, Icelandic.
Yeah. Well, I already see a touch of feline thrown in, so, you know.
We definitely need more meow.
Yes, more meow meow. Yes, indeed.
So,
Indeed.
which direction
And
did
of
you want to
course,
go into right
Upcoming
now?
event. Right off the
I'm
bat.
skipping that just because it's I released 42 is
No,
coming
release 41 on Thursday. Come on.
Thursday.
At least give them that one.
out. Thursday.
Killing me.
New release, and we get to talk about the things that we've seen in the QA server. Finally.
Well, then we can just talk about what's on the new server.
Yeah. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me.
Hate it when that happens. Hate it when that happens.
Yep.
So that's the weekend update in a pinch for those of you guys. Well, no, we got the contests that are going on out there. You want to talk about the contest real quick too?
Yeah, I really didn't think we'd actually get to the contest today. I thought we were going to go for the other things that we were talking about.
Well, we can put the contest off till tomorrow.
So, trophy room contest ongoing.
Okay, or not.
Yeah, trophy room. I just had to bring it up. So you hunt down a creature, or kill another player, or you catch a fish, and then you craft the item into a trophy from that creature. Human skulls come as is, no preparation needed. And then you display your trophy items in a single room of a house you have access to. And that gets submitted into the forums, and there is a lot more information about the screenshots that you need, because you need 2 to 5 screenshots of combating a creature that can provide a trophy, 2 to 3 screenshots of you in the crafting process, 2 with the user interface, 2 to 4 screenshots of your trophy room, 1 with the UE, 2 without, and play around with different lighting and angles, things like that, and a brief 1-paragraph description of each screenshot. Please include where you killed creatures, how and even where you crafted the trophies, how many and what types of trophies you collected, where your house is located for for visitor viewing, including scene name and location coordinates. And post all of those in the thread that Barrick says to post them in. The trophy room
There you go.
contest submissions. And you can already see that there is the Hall of Hammers. You can see all kinds of other posts that people have done.
Is that where the banhammer is?
Well, that would be really funny, the Hall of Banhammers.
The Hall of Banhammers.
You hover over a hammer and there's somebody's name on each one.
Yes.
Somebody that's been
So yes, the Hall of Hammers is the first submission so far.
I think we can win this thing because
I think the Laz and Jack submission is going to be by far the most epic thread ever.
Most epic thread ever. You heard it here.
We're gonna have all the heads all the time.
Yes,
Cidery is said legend. Wait for it. Dairy.
I love this.
I'm kind of curious why I can hear the text-to-speech coming from my laptop.
Well, it works.
It's like, man, whenever there's text-to-speech, I'm hearing double. It's like, oh, my laptop.
So let's move on to more interesting topics.
You want to talk about Chris?
Who?
Atos? You know that soda spelled backwards guy?
That's the guy we want.
Who? I mean,
Doctor.
You're not telling me. Doctor Who?
Atos is the new Doctor Who. What?
Yeah. The real question is, are we going to refresh the page before we start looking at it? Okay. So Chris's daily blog, he did make a post on the official.
That wasn't where I was going, but we'll go there.
Where were you going?
I was going with the big combat feedback.
Well, look at the very first thing in Chris's daily work blog. Posted a poll trying to make sure I'm on the same page with backers when working on combat improvements, which leads us directly into that segue. You're killing me.
Please go
that
take
segue
that.
leads us to here, which leads us to the rest of this. Now we got to leave this, go over there, and then you're killing me.
Here we go.
Hey. We're going down the rabbit hole here, guys.
That's right.
Rabbit hole.
We're bringing a soapbox with us, and wear your seatbelt.
Chris is seeking feedback on combat.
Oh, here we go.
And this is your chance to fill out the survey, fill out the form, and tell the boys and girls exactly how you feel about the combat system.
Yes. And now, this is one where you can answer all of it. It is a Google Doc, so he is going to go through, compile all of that information. Since he posted this yesterday morning, it has already eclipsed 6 pages. So lots of feedback is providing about the combat system. I know Laz has already submitted his submission. The real question, did you submit your submission from all of your accounts?
No, as I submitted my submission from me, Lazarus, along with, signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yes.
And for those of you who want to know what I did post and what my comments were, I did post them here in Discord so people could see what some of my common complaints have been with the combat system. And again, this is your chance, because let's go ahead and I would like you to read what he says in the seeking feedback on comment, his original post there.
It's that time again. Time for me to get some feedback on combat. This will be my first of many polls on combat stuff as I try to dig into what people like and what they don't like about combat. This is a high-level questionnaire so I can figure out what I need to dig into in future polls. Thanks in advance for your feedback. The link below will take you to the Google form.
I love the questionnaire. Oh, you guys are out.
I'm gonna venture and go out on a little bit of a limb here. Do you think that Chris is going to get the feedback he thinks he's going to get, or do you think Chris is going to get an earful of stuff that he really just doesn't want to hear?
I think it'll be 50-50.
The latter.
I think he's going to get an earful of what he doesn't want to hear, because you have to remember a lot of this information and this poll is generated from community feedback, as well as it's one where it's like there have not been very many fans of the deck system, and not very many fans of the deck system.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Raise your hand if you're not a fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would else raised, but you can't see that here.
Well, we would have to pull out the microscope for that, but that's beside the point. Okay. But we end up with the community especially as we push the new user experience, and they're looking at that system. One of the major gripes of the new players is confusion about the deck system, and it's one where much more experienced players, some like the deck system, Seder, and a lot of people don't like it, and it's one where Chris was trying to borrow the interface or a similar system from other games. A lot of people don't like it. Many people want to go back towards the old UO system. I'm not going to name names.
Laz.
Yeah, cough, Laz.
Hey, I didn't say they had to go to the UO system per se.
I said not the system.
Is just little tidbits that, when I target something, it's targeted. I don't know. Movable health bars, movable combat glyphs, things like that.
Yeah, but it's one where. Yeah,
nice if I had more than 10 skills I could use at any one time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I can deal with that part. Again, I'm coming from an EverQuest player, so EQ original. So I'm used to having 8 lock spells that
hell, I beta tested EverQuest. It ain't that great.
It makes the point is that it makes you make choices to prepare for each battle.
They dumped that system, by the way.
But that means that the deck system needs to be set up so that you can quickly and easily customize that deck for the next battle instead of, having something for an entire dungeon. That's the difference. You can't just swap out spells as you need. It's a little bit more complex than that. And that's the problem, I think. Part of the problem.
Yeah,
anyway,
there's
I'll be quiet.
Advantages and disadvantages to both. I like the deck system, but I also like other systems I've seen in other games where you just have hotbars and can drag, whatever skills you want.
I don't like having 200 different buttons on my screen, though.
I do.
Then you can't see the gap.
Some people don't, and that's where we have a conundrum with this whole thing. But that aside, for those of you folks who have an opinion, and we know you all do, the poll is out there and it is open for your filling out. So go ahead and get out there. Go ahead and fill that out, because this is a valid chance for anybody who's got a complaint in the combat system.
If you are
Laz,
going to
why don't we invite them here to Discord, where we have links posted to the poll.
How do you get to the Discord channel? I don't know.
Yes, Biff. You want to tell the good boys and girls how they can do that?
Why, you can go to www.nbn.info, and there will be a link to the Discord channel right there on the front page.
And don't forget, you can join us, and we just ask that you keep it civil and follow rule number 1, which is DBAD.
Hashtag DBAD. Don't be a dick. That's right. Rule applies throughout the game. Rule applies throughout life. It's a good rule to apply to living, that's for sure. And
You don't
Again,
have to
we
have one
welcome.
either, so more females. Please come in, join us.
Yes, we
Go
welcome
on.
everybody to come on in and join us and talk about the day's topics every day of the week here on NBNN.
So
And,
Clipsy, did you miss my comments about seashells this earlier?
I did. I just got out of class. Ugh.
You missed it. It was a medical conundrum that I think only you can answer.
Uh-oh.
I say.
We'll talk after the show.
Go ahead real quick while you got her here. Might as well.
So
I would love to get Clipsy's opinion while we've got her real quick.
what would be the easiest way to remove these things? So at the fair over the weekend, there were people that super glued items to their nipples.
Oh.
Not me. Not me.
Oh my.
Of the female persuasion.
Yes, they were female. How would you remove those super glue?
Nipples.
Well, it depends. If they're kinky, I'd say rip it off, but
Saliva, right? Saliva.
Lots of saliva.
I think it's a little
What the hell's
salty,
wrong with
huh?
you guys?
there is a solvent for super
okay.
glue. Yeah.
Saliva.
Actually,
What is it,
sweat helps it
Kyle
off.
come over?
Okay, so moving back along. Don't forget, be constructive in your feedback for Chris on the combat. If you're gonna criticize it, say why you don't like the behavior or the mechanic, and try to provide solutions. That is one where the more constructive you can be, the better the criticism becomes. It may be something that he hadn't thought of before, and it may be something that can be easily implemented to make the combat system better, versus just saying, I hate this system, this is why I hate... and if you're not saying why you dislike the system and you're not providing some sort of solution, you're not being constructive. So please try to be constructive with your criticism, and instead of just being, you suck.
And tell them you want wands and staves to be ranged weapons again.
No, I think staff should be
Hell
bludgeoning,
yeah.
should be ranged.
Again,
Yeah,
this
I agree with
this
that.
is
Staff
the
should be
time,
bludgeoned.
and there is the forum, and let's go ahead and do this just so people can't say. I know Spiff. Oops, wrong. Scrolling back in the wrong tab, Jack.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
I don't know what you're doing. But moving back to Chris's daily blog, he's also making a change in elevation, so it no longer changes the damage of DOTs. And he fixed bear armor.
Interesting.
It's not on the QA server, but it will be there eventually. Celestial Blessing will no longer... I just moved a window instead of... no longer gives sun resistance. It still gives the other 3 resistances, though. Hamstring attack now does full melee damage instead of 2 points, and this is now a fairly powerful attack. Fixed Fireflies icon and checked in changes to base weapon damage to compensate for more armor. Fixed Shield of Air getting worse if stacked. Confusion now requires a successful cast to apply experience. Damn. And he fixed Body Slam so it can't be used when rooted. So those are some of the changes that Chris is working on today.
Right as we speak. Today. The latest, greatest things he's working on. So yes, don't get any more up to date to that. Unless, of course, we refresh and he's added something between.
Which is probably the case. And that means that everything else that we kind of...
He actually did.
Everything else that we kind of wanted to talk about today is going to have to wait because time is short.
Time
we have
is
obligations.
Running out. That's
It's
right.
not on our side. No, it isn't.
We got 11 minutes.
Hey,
yeah, it means we're 5 minutes behind schedule, so.
We have a schedule?
There's a schedule?
It's something like that.
Hey, Clipsy, are you
Speaking
taking
of
over the airways?
Crazy
Right now?
talk.
What happened to that unscheduled set that was supposed to happen last night?
It's going to happen right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right
Right
meow.
Yeah. Okay, don't forget that if you have an electronic device that is of the smartphone or small device that uses the Android store, the iPhone store or iTunes store, or the
any
Amazon
of your mobile
store
devices.
Yes, you need to go
No matter
download
the
the
manufacturer.
NBNN app for those devices and get it installed so all of the Shroud of the Avatar latest information. And don't forget,
You can get the NBNN Soda app from the app stores. That's right.
Yeah.
It includes the community calendar. It includes links to help videos, the forum, Soda map, much, much more. WRFB podcast to Laz and Jack, you name it, we've got it out there. You can shop the marketplaces. It's NBNN in your hands on the run, folks. And what can I say?
Yes.
Is that what you were trying to say, Jack?
No, I was trying to say something else.
Does it work with my LCARS app on my pad?
It might.
Go test it out. What was I going to say now?
Something about an aggregate of all public something or others on nbnn.info under the calendar tab. Something like that.
Update since Friday. We did get the that one thing fixed that people couldn't see on screen last week. That event that was happening over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Oh,
because the guy had the calendar closed.
Oh, the guy that didn't. He didn't add it to the community calendar, or it wasn't public, so that's been added now. Yes. So don't forget, if you want your calendar added to the NBNN community calendar for Shroud of the Avatar, don't forget to email news@nbnn.info.
This guy.
For all of that important information. Don't forget, all the fun pictures go to nudes@nbnn.info.
That's right.
And from there,
Jack sells subscriptions.
Absolutely. Today is Monday, April 24th. All times on the community calendar are Central Standard Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as New to Britannia time. And today at noon 6 and midnight around the clock, there are two idiots that interpret the news so you don't have to on a show called Lunch with Laz and Jack.
With us.
On WRFB.
WRFB, Radio for Britannia.
At 7 p.m., there's an open role-playing event out in Garriott Chaos that you do need to show up for, so that way you can begin all great adventures at the pub of extraordinary thought. Yeah, I know. Wait, I did? Oh, at 6 p.m. also, GOG, the Grumpy Old Gamers, taking the alternative route on Avatar's Radio.
GOG.
Yep.
Buddy of ours.
Yes. At 7 p.m. on WRFB.
WRFB.
Is the 70s at 7. At 8 p.m. on Avatar's Radio is Monday Nights with DJ Killy. At 9 p.m. is the Order of Vengeance Guild meeting in a PvP town. At 10 p.m., last but not least for today, actually, not the last thing that we need to mention on the calendar, is going to be the Record Room on WRFB.
WRFB.
And
Radio Free Britannia.
Now, Clipsy, any secret plans to take over the airwaves today?
Yes, I have a set all ready to go.
Oh, when are you going to do that?
Whenever I want.
Write me out.
So tune in to WRFB for unscheduled shenanigans on WRFB, where Eclipse Maiden does her NFG show. Is this what it's going to be?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is every show.
Every show is an NFG show.
Absolutely.
Yes. So don't forget to tune in for
good?
that. Yes, it is. It's awesome.
Yes.
You'll have some Hailstorm. You'll have some Disney. You'll have some...
True. Queen.
Oh.
Hey, girl.
All sorts of great stuff out there.
you just have to tune in to WRFB for this unscheduled and probably unsanctioned. Or actually, it's completely sanctioned. It's completely sanctioned. I gave her permission to do it.
There you go.
I don't need no permission. I'm a strong, independent woman.
She's
right.
a
You
diva.
can do what you want to.
Don't need no stinking permission. That's right. But meanwhile, as we get to wrap it up here, we're going to thank the good folks out there who help keep us alive. And of course, if you want to help sponsor NBNN, you can go to patreon.com/NBNN and throw a couple coins our way. All sorts of rewards and other good things out there. We are also sponsors of SodaCon Austin 2017. If you want information on SodaCon, go to sodaconaustin.org and you can get the latest information there. Otherwise, if you want to hear more Lunch with Laz and Jack, you want to hear the lovely Eclipse Maiden or Nurse Justin Wednesday and Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. Unmedicated Schizophrenia Part 1 and Part 2 with the Deco Divas. Don't forget the Wake Up Crew every Saturday morning, as well as the Swap Shop every Saturday night from 8 to midnight. Grimy Traders Auction House. If you want to start an auction, grimytraders.com is the place to do it. Of course, our good friends over at the Ockenshire Markham Farms, wholesale cotton reagents, vegetables, ale, and more, located in Dawn's Keep, south of Central Brittany, also located on the Shroud Marketplace for your shopping convenience. Our friends in Home Guild over at the Britannia Mining Company want you to come on down the Market Road and check out all the vendors for all your crafting needs, located in the Quell region next to the Exeter Mines for your mining convenience as well. Jacob White over at SodaMap, sodamap.com. So great they put it in the game, folks. So if you have any travel needs, use the map function in the game now, provided by Jacob White over at sodamap.com. Ben over at Relics by Rill, providing all the licensed Shrouded Avatar swag, including such things as t-shirts, hats, patches, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. If you want to save some money when you check out Relics by Rill, use the promo code NBNN and save 10% when you check out at relicsbyrill.com. And of course, last but not least, our good friends over to Shroud Marketplace, where our good old Jack is selling recall and teleport scrolls over the weekend for cash. Yay, Marketplace. Jack,
awesome.
You want to tell the good boys and girls about the Marketplace and what they can do out there?
Yes, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. Don't forget, there are over 40 player vendors, including the newest vendor, who is Zremo's Wares, where he's also selling cotton, just like the Ockenshire Markham Farms. And just because someone else is selling something, if you want to put your items up for sale on Shroud Marketplace, you can do so at any point in time. Just register for an account and then turn around and register as a vendor, which is a button on the left-hand side, and then you can name your store, and then you can start selling your items on Shroud Marketplace. And that is anything game-related. Accounts, Crowns of the Obsidian, Game Gold, you know what, teleports and recall scrolls from my shop. Or you can turn around and do in-game services just like Wolfdom and the Cheese Sign Writing, which if you want to see a sample of their work, you can come to the NBNN lot in Owl's Head. Soda Design Services for decorating services. Scrota's Music Service, where $5 gets you
anything you want.
Thank you there, Darius. Or if you're looking for an in-game wedding, you can always contact Weddings and More by Laz.
This guy. That's right. You need wedding services. You need somebody to get you hitched. You need a place to get hitched. Looking for the attire for the wedding party. Looking for a location. Whether it be beachside, moonlight, underground, we've got you covered. You want to get married in a crypt, we can accommodate you. Need a little hideaway for the week, we can accommodate you as well for your honeymoon needs. Do we have any specials running out there, Jimmy?
Well, in fact, we do. We've got the this week we've got the Led Zepp wedding, which is you go to Vegas, and what happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas. In fact, it goes home with you and claims it owns every damn thing you got.
So that's this week's special over at
$30,000 sleeping bag.
And
Don't
of course,
we need to thank the most important people out there.
That's right.
That's you guys. Thank you for watching out on Twitch.
You guys.
YouTube, hanging out with us in Discord, or listening on Radio Free Britannia. We couldn't do the show without you guys. And we do it for you guys. So thank you.
That's right. We love you guys. I mean, I'm looking at the studio room today. 20 plus people in the room with us. We love you guys joining us. Plenty of people watching out on Twitch. We love you guys. We love you all. Thank you all. And we will be back tomorrow with the latest here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN News. Stay tuned for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy, wild happenings, the latest hijinks and shenanigans right here on the airwaves from right inside Shroud of the Avatar. Have a great day, everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.